Good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024 at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette. I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Bukowski and Commissioner Michael Karen. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. We'll turn first to our regular calendar. The first item on today's regular calendar is docket number 240214, the application for temporary master metering approval at 55 Elm Street in Hartford, Connecticut. And we have Rory Butler here from technical staff to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairman Gillette, Vice Chairman Bukowski, and Commissioner Karen. On February 13th, 55 Elm Street LLC requested permission from the authority to master meter on a temporary basis a 4-story annex building at 55 Elm Street in Hartford, Connecticut. Connecticut Agency Regulations 16-11-116 effectively prohibit master metering by requiring individual dwelling units in an apartment to have individual electric distribution company meters installed. The prohibition on master metering is intended to provide price signals directly to customers, to allow customers to manage their energy usage, and to encourage energy conservation. Connecticut Agency Regulations 16-11-116 allow PURA to grant an exception to the prohibition on master metering. In this docket, the company has experienced delays in receiving the equipment necessary to install individual electric distribution company meters for each unit of the facility due to supply chain issues. The company therefore requests to temporarily master meter the facility until it receives the necessary equipment. Since the company is only requesting to master meter on a temporary basis and intends to install individual utility meters upon receiving the necessary parts, the authority grants an exception to the prohibition on master metering. To ensure the master metering is temporary and that the company ultimately converts to individual utility meters, the authority has included orders to keep apprised of the company's progress in receiving the necessary parts and to establish a deadline by which the company must have installed individual utility meters. Thank you for your attention, Commissioners. Authority staff recommend this decision to the panel for adoption.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. Is there a motion?
I move adoption, Madam Chairman.
Second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no comments, we will ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen.
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. The second item on today's regular calendar is docket number 240215, the application of Aquarion Water Company of Connecticut for approval of the issuance of long-term debt in the principal amount of up to $118 million, for over $118 million. So let's go to Attorney Jim Riley to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you, Chairman, and good morning, Commissioners. This decision approves pursuant to General Statute Section 16-43, subsection B, Aquarion Water Company of Connecticut's application to issue long-term debt in an aggregate amount not to exceed $118,516,577 on or prior to December 31st, 2025. The authority's approval in this decision is not a prudency determination, and the company's recovery of financing costs will be subject to a future rate proceeding. Additionally, this decision does not provide the authority's approval or concurrence with the Connecticut Department of Public Health on 6 projects the company is seeking to receive drinking water state revolving fund loan funds for, as required by General Statute Section 22A-478, subsection N, and 22A-479, subsection F. The company filed this application on February 15, 2024, and the authority subsequently opened this uncontested proceeding to review the company's application, which included a request to issue drinking water state revolving, or also known as DWSRF fund loans. And based on this request, the authority issued a revised notice of proceeding and procedural order on March 19, 2024, to expand its review of the DWSRF loans pursuant to General Statute Section 22A-478 and 22A-479, and Con Agency Reg Section 22A-482-1, and it also directed the company to make certain filings related to the authority's expanded review. Moreover, the revised notice of proceeding and procedural order indicated that the authority would issue a subsequent decision related to the DWSRF loan request based on the authority's expanded review under the aforementioned statutes and regulations. Turning back to the company's application, it contained two components. Under the first component, the company proposed that it issue long-term debt totaling $18,516,577 in the form of DWSRF project loans, which would be used to help fund 6 projects related to per and polyfluorinated substances or lead service line replacements. The project loans would have a 20-year term with an expected interest rate less than or equal to 2% and are eligible for subsidies that would likely entail loan principal forgiveness. Under the second component of the company's application, the company would issue $100 million of unsecured bonds in one or more series with a maturity ranging from 1 to 30 years. The company expects that it will issue the bonds via one or more private placement transactions according to note purchase agreements executed between the company and the purchasers. Additionally, the exact amount, maturity, financing structure, terms and conditions, redemption provisions, and coupon rate of the notes would be dependent on market conditions at the time of issuance. Although the company expects the notes to be callable in whole or in part, subject to payment of a make-whole amount, and to have a bullet payment of the full principal amount due at maturity unless prepaid or in whole or part prior to maturity. The company's proposed use of the debt is consistent with General Statute Section 16-43, subsection B, because the debt is for purposes other than paying expenses in the ordinary course of business or for payment of dividends. The company intends to use the DWSRF loan proceeds to fund 6 specific projects, and the remainder of the debt proceeds would be used to finance the company's capital expenditures, repay short-term debt, and fund working capital needs. Additionally, when evaluating a proposed debt issuance, the authority considers several factors, including transaction fees, terms and conditions of the debt issuance, the coupon rate and effective yield, and the overall impact on the company. The authority, in its review, did not identify any onerous fees or transaction costs associated with the borrowing. Additionally, the terms and conditions and coupon rate were consistent with prevailing market rates. Finally, the authority also concluded that the transaction is not anticipated to have an adverse impact on the company's financial flexibility as measured by its solvency ratios and credit rating. And thank you again for your time and consideration, Commissioners.
Thank you, Attorney Riley. Is there a motion?
I move adoption, Madam Chairman.
Second.
The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no comments, we will move to the roll, please.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. We'll move next to today's consent calendar, in which there are 11 items. Is there a motion, please?
Madam Chairman, I would move today's consent calendar, items 1 through 11.
I will second it.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted in full. That brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn. As a reminder, there is no regular meeting scheduled for next Wednesday. So the next time we will reconvene for a regular meeting is Wednesday, April 17th at 10 a.m. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day.